Stay tuned at the end of this tip for a blast from the past. I'm Mike and this is Rick, and we're out here on the lake, and Rick, we're using the Mojo or slash split shot rig.
Or you can use a Carolina rig.
Or you can use a Carolina. This just happens to be on light line.
Yeah, my dad taught me this technique. He really was good at this, and he taught it to me. And I'm using a Mojo rig, which is a little cylinder weight that you peg with a little rubber peg. And I peg it up about 2 feet from the bait. 18 to 24 inches is usually a pretty good length. And then I've got a little Zoom Centipede, green pumpkin color, do nothing worm, just a little 4-inch worm. We used to call it a French fry. It's kind of ribbed and looks a little bit like a centipede.
Yeah, it does. Now, is that a 2-aught hook?
It's a 2-aught hook. I either use 1-aught or 2-aught usually. And the weight is equivalent to about 1/4 ounce. You can use a split shot or even tie on a Carolina rig. I use this Mojo because it's a lot easier to tie on, faster than, I used to call the Carolina rig 3 knots, me and my buddy, because you had to tie 3 knots to rig it up. But it's really easy to work, and I'm using 8-pound fluorocarbon line. I just cast it out and just kind of pull it along and drag it and reel in your slack. And the rod I'm using is a 7-foot medium action Johnny Morris Patriot. And
you got our favorite reel on there.
Our favorite reel with the great drag, the Platinum reel. And like I say, you just kind of cast it out, pull it along. Real easy to fish. You know, anybody can fish it. It's real easy for kids to just cast out and drag it along. And it works really well this time of year. It's a great time of year to come out and catch them.
Well, don't let the size of that bait fool you. Your dad told me he caught an 8-pounder on that one time.
Yeah, I've caught 2 over 7 on it. You do catch a lot of fish with it. It's if you need a keepers and tournament, you can go out and catch 5 and then go out and try to use a different bait and catch a bigger fish. But anyway, I like to use that this time of year, and it's a great time to catch them on it.
Hey folks, we've only got a few weeks left on our contest. So go to KY3/contest for your chance to win $1,000 worth of fishing tackle and rods and reels. And Rick, what else?
You also get a chance to fish with us, filming our last fishing tip of the season.
We always have fun.
Oh, we sure do.
You can also find our extended tip on your KY3 app, also on Roku, Amazon, Fire Stick, and Apple TV.
Stay with it, come on.
Got a fish, Rick?
I do.
How's he feel?
If I can keep him out of that tree.
Yeah, there's some trees underwater over there. Come here, Mr. Spotted Bass.
They're all about the same size.
You get one, Rick?
Yeah.
How's he feel?
Feels pretty good.
Good. I'll grab the net then.
Hit it hard. Just had a lot of line out.
That one's pretty shallow.
Yeah, he was. Not really net worthy.
No.
I thought he was better at first.
And now, a blast from the past.
You getting another bite, Jack?
Yeah, I've got another fish.
I'll tell you what,
Hey.
Jack, you got some kind of rig.
Whoa!
He's pulling your line. You're gonna
he's
lose. You're gonna lose him.
No.
Anyway, Jack has got some kind of rig on here that has just been winning milkshakes off of me all day. And big old Kentucky's like this. And Jack, tell me, I mean, what kind of rig is this?
Well, it's what they call a French fry. All it is just a little old 4-inch piece of rubber, and I like to use what they call a slip shot too. It comes through the grass a lot better and rocks, and you don't hang it up near as bad.
Well, I know one thing, you sure been catching them on that rig, and it's real easy to use, evidently.
Anybody can use it, sure can.
Just throw it out there and just kind of drag it in?
Just you can just drift it or reel it in real slow.
Well, anyway, you get a chance, get out on the lake and try this. Anyone can do it, just like Jack has showed me this morning. Oh, Charlie, you getting another one?
Yep.
You got him?
Yep.
Good gosh. That,
Oh.
that little old worm you're using,
That little old worm is working.
yeah, it's
Come on.
working a lot. You want me to,
I got him, I think. Oh!
hey, that's a good Kentucky
Yeah,
there.
that's a nice Kentucky.
Anyway, what Jack and I are doing, we're throwing these little finesse worms is what Jack's using, and he's catching 2 to buy 1 with that thing.
Well-
and I'm using a different kind of deal than he is.
Well, what I'm doing, Charlie, I'm using this what they call slip shot deal, because it's long and slender and it comes through the rocks. Don't hang up near as bad as a regular Carolina rig.
Have you got any more of them?
Yes, sir. I'll let you
Okay,
borrow one.
I'm gonna have to borrow one. Anyway, we'll let that fish go, but now's a good time. The fish seem to be moving back off the bank real good, and really hungry.
There goes one, Charlie. Look, he's right underneath the boat. Oh,
Well, is that a fish? Or are you hung
yeah,
up?
no, that's a fish, and it's a good fish.
Hey, that come right into my hand.
My gosh, that's a good fish.
Look at there, I
right
can get my fist down in his mouth. Hey, how'd you do that?
I'd rather be lucky as good.
Jack, you know this is the second big fish you caught this morning. You're doing good on that Carolina rig, or Mojo rig, you call it. Kindly show them what you got there.
Well, what I've got is just kind of like Charlie said, it's what I call a slip sinker type deal, and I'm using about a 5-inch worm and about a 1/0 hook, and I'm fishing anywhere from 2 to about 15 feet.
Yeah, and if you don't know what color worm to get, I always think, you know, that you can't go wrong with using them dark colored brown worms. And what's your color, Jack?
Well, this is watermelon seed, but I use it or a green pumpkin.
Green
either
pumpkin
one, either
use the
one.
best. And the fish you use, you know, they've been about 5 to 15 foot of water.